This meeting is called to order at 6 o'clock. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Normally, we are being broadcast live over Van Buren Television Channel 12, but we will be streamed there instead because we've had to move our operations for the meetings of December, which we will have two. Welcome, everybody. Clerk Wright, would you please take the roll?
Trustee Miller. Here. Trustee White. Present. Trustee Martin. Here. Trustee Frazier. Here. Treasurer Bud. Here. The clerk is present. Supervisor McInally.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Clerk. Today, the executive summary. Today, we will be doing a presentation on a life-saving award. Ronald Fansler has had an issue, and our people, including Dave McInally, Ryan Smith, and Andrew Fedel, and our civilian Scott Greco, all came together, and basically he's here to say thank you, too, I think. We're here to say thank you also. New business today includes approval of second readings for 3 ordinances. These are the final readings of these ordinances. The first is to rezone a small section of Ashley Capital property. The second is to rezone 2 houses, one on Savage and one on Martinsville Road, that are currently a zone for industrial. We are proposing to change it to the residential. And the third is to rezone a 9-acre parcel owned by Scott Jones family and the Tammy Ozier family to allow multifamily residential. Next item is approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Support.
Support, I got support. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion's agenda. The agenda is approved. Next is adoption of the consent agenda. Trustee White, would you make the approval?
The consent agenda consists of item number 1, work study session meetings of November 18, 2019, closed session meeting minutes of November 18, 2019, the board meetings of November 19, 2019, the prepaid list of November 21, 2019, and the voucher list of December 3rd, 2019. And when we get to the meetings, I would like to discuss an item on the prepaid list and also an item on the voucher list.
You cannot do that. If it's on the consent agenda, it remains there. If you want to have it removed from the consent agenda, it would follow up as new business.
Well, then we'll suspend the agenda approval, and I want to bring these 2 items forward. We've done it before. I want to do it again tonight.
So we're
Okay.
taking off, just so we're clear.
We have a new item number 4, and we have a new item number 5. Okay. So you are only moving for the consent agenda of items 1, 2, and 3, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do I have a motion? Do I have approval? Second?
I'll approve.
Frazier? Okay, here, I have a motion. I have a second. Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next item, excuse me, is public comment. Anybody wishing to make public comment? Well, wait a second, I'm jumping around here.
Public hearing.
Public hearing. We have no public hearing. Next item is announcements and presentations. We're going to begin with doing some short announcements from here, and then we're going to go to a presentation.
Sherry's got a microphone.
There we go.
Okay, if you want to gain a few extra pounds, go ahead. We'll allow it. The Senior Center is having their annual bake sale on Saturday, December 7th. That's this Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. Bake donations are greatly appreciated, and drop-off donations at the Senior Center on Friday, December 6th.
The police department is accepting Goodfellow applications until Friday, December 6th, until 3 p.m. You must apply in person at the police department with proof of residency. For more information or questions, please contact Pam Fleming at 734-260-4150 weekdays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Take it away, Sherry.
The Belleville Area Museum would like to announce that they are having their children's ornamental workshops on Saturday, December 14th and the 21st, and there are 3 a day, one at noon, 1:15, and one at 2:30. It runs $2 per child, and if you'd like to find out more information, dial 734-697-1944. Another note that I know you know your taxes have been received, and the treasurer's office will be open on December the 27th from 9 to 5 for anybody who would like to come in and pay that bill before the end of this year. Thank you.
Okay, we have a senior center here, and we have 2,800 members, and they have a Christmas party every year, and this year the Christmas party is going to be on Friday the 13th, Friday, December 13th. It's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, doing it earlier than usual. Tickets are available. I think they're, what, $5? Yeah, they're very inexpensive. Okay, well, it's not much, and it's a very big dinner. They have good food, good music, they have dancing, prizes. A lot of people donate to this, baskets. Come on out Friday, December 13th. Call ahead if you want to get tickets ahead of time.
Okay, for the 7th consecutive year, the clerk's office accepting donation for coats for school kids. We will be accepting donations through next Friday, December 6th, and that's coats for school kids, where we donate coats for the 6 or 7 area elementary and middle school kids.
Join the recreation staff for Kids Crafty Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. January 11th will be Harry Potter themed crafts for grades K through 5. It is $5 per child per craft. And that'll be held here at the Township Hall.
The Holiday Arts and Crafts Show will be on Saturday, December 7th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Come see a variety of over 40 crafters selling handmade items. This show will be held in the gymnasium here. So if you want some special handmade items for Christmas presents, be sure to attend the Arts and Crafts Show December 7th from 9 to 3 in the gymnasium.
All right. Our next item is going to be, Mr. Lorraine, is your presentation. We have a Life Award, Mr. Director Lorraine.
Good evening, members of the board. If I could, at this time, I'd like to have Fire Marshal Dave McInally and Firefighter Andrew Fedel. And unfortunately, Sergeant Ryan Smith isn't able to be here tonight. He had an emergency that he had to tend to. And last but not least, Scott Greca. Come join me at the podium, please. Tonight, the recommendations of the Van Buren Fire Department Awards Citation Board will be recognizing and rewarding Van Buren Township business owner and 3 Van Buren Township firefighters for their quick response and actions in initiating medical treatment on a cardiac arrest victim. The Van Buren Fire Department Awards and Citation Board convened to review the incident and the actions of those involved on the early afternoon of August 28th, 2019, and who were nominated to receive the life-saving award for their actions. The Awards and Citation Board consists of the Director of Public Safety, the Fire Chief, the Battalion Chief, a Lieutenant, and a firefighter. The following is a synopsis of the events of the Awards and Citations Board review. On August 28, 2019, Mr. Ron Fansler suffered a cardiac emergency while at the Greca Academy, and I'll try to get this right, Choi Kwang Do? Pretty close, of Van Buren Township. The owners of Greca Academy, Scott Greca, immediately summoned 911 services and began tending to Mr. Fansler while the call was being dispatched to fire, police, and EMS services. As the call was being dispatched over the radio, Fire Marshal McInally was literally driving past the location on Belleville Road and arrived at the patient's side within seconds, finding Mr. Fansler pulseless and not breathing. Fire Marshal McInally began life-saving measures and applied an AED and establishing an airway.
Mr. Fansler was shocked once with no pulse being restored. Mr. Greca assisted by starting chest compressions under the direction of McInally during those precious early seconds of the event. Mr. Greca continued CPR until arrival of other personnel. The on-duty fire crew was Sergeant Ryan Smith and firefighter Andrew Fedel arrived on the scene and applied a Lucas 3 device automatic chest compression system. Within minutes, a pulse was reestablished along with normal breathing pattern. Huron Valley Ambulance arrived on the scene and took over advanced medical care and transported Mr. Fansler to Beaumont Wayne Hospital for further treatment. Doctors later confirmed that the willingness to help and with the immediate actions of Mr. Greca, coupled with a quick response and decisive actions of duty fire personnel, are the only reason Mr. Fessler is here today with us. The Life-Saving Award is given to those who demonstrate through documentation and other supportive evidence, such as statements from physicians, witnesses, and/or supervisory officers, that the recipient's actions led to the prolonging of life to the extent that the victim was released to the care of medical authorities. Mr. Fansler fully recovered and is here tonight with us to witness the presentation of awards. Mr. Fansler, can I have you please come up here? I just spoke with him briefly this evening, and I just kind of confirmed that he did have what they call a cardiac event, a heart attack, and I asked him what kind, and he had, which some of us know, I'm very familiar with the Widowmaker that he had, and it's very low percentage rate that you do survive that. The mortality rate's very, very high that you even get to the hospital. So you were very lucky and fortunate that you had these heroes and these professionals here. You had a bystander that was willing to help and get involved and help do chest compressions, and I think those precious seconds made the big difference.
It did.
So we'll be awarding tonight a life-saving award, and we'll start out with Fire Marshal David McInally. For his efforts related to a medical emergency on August 28, 2019, Fire Marshal McInally is recognized for his outstanding performance of duty in the saving of a human life. These actions were instrumental and directly responsible for saving the life of Ron Fansler. Next award goes to firefighter Andrew Fedel. For his efforts related to a medical emergency on August 28, 2019, firefighter Fedel is recognized for his outstanding performance of duty in his saving of a human life. These actions were instrumental and the direct responsible for saving the life of Ron Fansler. Most important one. And last but not least, a civilian citation will be presented tonight to Scott Greca. For his efforts related to the medical emergency on August 28, 2019, Mr. Greca is recognized for his meritorious action in the saving of a human life. These actions were instrumental and directly responsible for saving the life of Ron Fansler. And I'll
Come
make
on
sure.
up. Miss, come on up.
I'll make sure that we get Sergeant Ryan Smith his certificate.
Sure.
But again, this goes to show you that seconds do count. And we just hired 6 brand-new firefighters that'll be on 24/7. We've been running duty crews for many, many years 24/7. There's a reason for that. Is the response time is huge. Diminish the response time and get emergency personnel on site and scene. And I think it was just an angel was looking over your shoulder that day to have firefighter McInally right around the corner. Yeah. So that's great.
Yeah.
Great job, guys.
Does Mr. Fansler want to say anything?
Yeah, real fast.
He told me what was coming.
Come on in. Come up to the microphone.
Well, I need to stand out here.
Okay, we can do that.
That's fine. This was my uniform I had on at the time, my Doba, as we referred to it,
Wow.
and it was cut off.
Wow.
But this is what I really don't understand. These are my pants.
What did you guys do?
That wasn't done by us.
Kinda
You're
like
the only
the-
ones that had
had scissors. My heart's not down here. So, I don't understand that, but I do appreciate all the effort. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to move on now. We're at public comment. Anybody wishing to make any public comment tonight on issues for tonight? No? If you guys don't want to stay, you don't have to. Okay. Moving on now to unfinished business, we have none. New business, first item is consider approval of the second reading. Who would like to make this motion and read it?
To the chair.
Okay, Kevin? Okay, trustee Martin and trustee Frazier will be the second on that.
I make a motion to approve the second reading of ordinance number 11-19-19 4 to rezone the property shown on the attached map, part of the ITC corridor, parcel ID number V125-83-041-99-001-002, from RM multiple family residential to M1 light industrial. The parcel is a narrow band of land which is part of the ITC corridor, which runs through the Ashley Crossroads South Development.
Okay, we have a second already from trustee Frazier. This is a second motion. I'm going to go through the system here. Trustee Martin, did you have anything you wanted to speak on this? We've
No.
already talked on it 3 times. Trustee Frazier, do you have anything to say?
No, I think
Okay.
it's, having Ashley Capital here, I think is a good fit for our community and will be a good asset.
It's a small sliver of land that's by the ITC corridor. It's not usable by anybody else. Okay,
But they have a big
Yeah.
complex here.
right, okay. Okay, so hearing no further discussion, Clerk Wright, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Frazier.
Yes.
Trustee Miller.
Yes.
Trustee Martin.
Yes.
Trustee White.
Yes.
Treasurer Bud.
Yes.
Yes for me, Supervisor.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Next item is consider approval of the second reading of an ordinance. Trustee Frazier, since you were so kind in the last one, would you like to make this motion?
To consider approval of the second reading of ordinance number 11-19-19-1 to rezone parcels B 125-83-105-99-0054-000 and parcel B 125-83-105-99-0008-000, otherwise known as 791 Savage Road and 13720 Martinsville Road, respectively, from M1 Light Industrial to R1B Single Family Residential. Support.
Trustee Miller. Okay, trustee Frazier, would you have anything to say on this?
No, I think that those homeowners that live in that area would be better served to have their property rezoned, single family. And this is the opportunity, the township is giving them the opportunity to do this because they will not have to pay the $600 rezoning fee that we normally charge. So it's a win-win for them.
Good. Trustee Miller, do you have anything to say?
Question.
Sure.
When is the expiration on that fee? I know we were allowed.
I don't think we have an expiration.
Is there a time frame? There is?
Through the chair, there was a time frame when it all went out, and that has. So I think it would be, if someone were to come in right now, they might be able to do it, but the time frame.
Yeah, you want to put the word out that if you got, if anybody really wants to get in here, please, so. Okay, any other comments? Hearing none, Clerk Wright, would you please call the roll?
Yes. Yes for me. Treasurer Bud?
Yes.
Trustee Frazier?
Yes.
Trustee Martin?
Yes.
Trustee Miller?
Yes.
Trustee White?
Yes.
Supervisor?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Next item is a second reading of an ordinance for township's future land. Anybody?
I do it.
Go ahead, Kevin.
I do it.
Who? Trustee Miller.
To amend the township's future land use map in the township's master plan to change the future land use designation of the property located at 41620 East Huron River Drive is multiple family residential.
With a note which states, land uses should be limited for parcel 83-089-99-0010-702 to single-family detached dwellings at a maximum density of 6 to 7 single-family dwelling units per acre.
I seen it, thought I heard Martin support. Did you support it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, this, but wasn't sure.
You mean you can't hear me?
No,
Okay, Trustee Miller, would you have any comments on this?
I keep saying, is it 6 or 7? But
You made the motion.
all right, it is 6 to 7. All right.
It is 6 to 7, yes. Trustee Budd, do you have any comments?
No, the
Treasurer.
the planning commission has looked at it, recommended it to the township board. We've discussed it and looked at it, and we're just moving it forward.
Anybody else? Hearing none. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee White?
Yes.
Trustee Miller? Trustee Martin?
Yes.
Trustee Frazier? Treasurer Bud? Yes for me. Supervisor?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, next item was something we've got to go back to, which is prepaid list of November 21st. Can I get a motion? Sorry, was it you?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I'll skip Wright and Miller and go right to Trustee White. What's your question?
My question is, the Ford Escape fleet vehicle, and I see that that came out of the building and grounds budget,
Mm-hmm.
the same as the other one. And you're saying this is going to be a fleet vehicle, but it's going to be specifically for buildings and grounds because it came out of their budget and we're going to want to go use it.
Okay,
And
sorry.
there was a strong discussion about this and about the director Best actually to use this as a vehicle to drive home and back. And we were stated that no, it would be put into the pool. And I just want to be sure that we are not buying personal vehicles for employees. If so, I'd like a new pickup too, but that's my...
You cannot have a pickup. No personal vehicles have been purchased.
Okay, no personal vehicles have been
Well,
purchased, but during the
if you want-
discussion on that...
You shouldn't ask questions and then you should stop and listen to answers.
I listened to answers, but what was stated in the beginning that he would be able to take this vehicle home...
I took that
because
back.
he was on 24-hour... Yes, but you've put a lot of things out, and you've taken a lot of things back. But I just want to make sure at the board meeting that it's not going to be a take-home vehicle.
It is not going to be a take-home vehicle. Any other questions?
No other questions.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions on this? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Next item is number 5 of the voucher list of December 3rd. May I get a motion?
I make a motion.
Trustee Miller? Trustee Frazier? Oh, Trustee Bud, I'm sorry. Treasurer Bud. Okay. I'm going to bypass Miller and Bud and go right to Trustee White.
Again, we received a letter or a notice in our boxes that we were going to have a meeting in Township Hall on December the 18th, I think it was, and it was on conversations and how to deal with conversations and everything else. And I see that on the voucher list, there is a $3,000 payment to Paula Tutman, and for an hour-and-a-half meeting, $3,000 is quite expensive, and now you're saying that it's all donations. But show me the money. Show me the donations.
Actually, I don't think she has donations at all. I don't think there's any donations on her.
Pardon?
There's no donations on her.
The
Zero.
donations on her.
There's no donations on her.
There are no donations on her.
No.
So the town,
Yes, we are.
but you just stated before the meeting that it was going to be covered by donations.
No, I've got lots of donations.
Oh,
We
okay, but
gotta-
that's what you said,
No,
Supervisor.
I did not. You just don't listen. You just do this all the
I-
time. You pay attention.
I do pay attention. I know what the heck is said before the meetings and everything else. You stated that Paula Tutman seminar would
So
be
what do you have a
covered by
question?
donations, and now you're saying no. Which is it, yes or no? Are they
Same
covered
as
by
it's always
donations or
been.
not?
Same as it's always been. It's not covered by donations.
So we're paying $3,000 for an hour and a half, whatever.
For all of our employees, correct. And
December
I do that
18th,
every
yes.
year. Every year, I bring in a special training seminar. It was on diversity. One time it was on active shooters. This one is on getting along in the workplace, a motivational seminar to how you can better improve your life and your productivity, both in your personal life and in your work life. She's respected and renowned. She does corporate training exercises all the time, and I do that every year.
Through the chair,
Yes.
have we spent about the same amount every year?
No, this one would probably be a little higher, but on the other side is the police training probably was the most high because that was a lot of personnel. Well, and so, yeah, I think the last one was 2. So, yeah, this one is a little bit bigger, but this one's a little bit bigger class. We've got everybody involved in this.
I understand we had everybody involved last year in this class, and we only had about 15 attendees. Because I was there.
There was 3 of those classes last year, by the way. You were there with a very small.
Well, I was only notified about one because that's all that was there. And I'd like to see the other 2 classes that I didn't know about, that I did not attend. Pardon?
Do you have any other questions?
I do not, except,
Okay.
except,
Oh, yeah, I do one a year. One a year.
No, but I mean, she is only gonna be here 1 hour and a half.
Well, yeah, probably close to 3, but yes.
And the board can attend,
Sure, always. We always invite you.
right, in our policy.
I don't have a problem with the presenter or the time or anything, or the fact that the whole township can attend. But I have a serious problem with how we're spending money in this township, and this money is not free. When I have people to call me up and ask me what's going on, and I tell them, then they get kind of excited. And it's, in my estimation, it's inappropriate to schedule this for that amount of money. I don't care how great the presenter is. And you just stated before the meeting that it would be covered by donations, and now you're saying no.
Okay, is there any other questions?
How much of a difference between other years and this year? You said it's a little bit more. How much approximately? If you had to estimate.
If I had to guess this, I would guess that the police probably cost us 3 to 4, and the last speaker was probably around 2. I mean, we had a lot of cops involved in that, in doing the active shooting. And so I'd say it's $1,000 more than we probably spent last year, which, yeah, we thought it was a little bit much, but it's well, because it's hard to find I can find cheap motivational people all day long, but they're generally like the Saturday Night Live guy who talks to you about living in the van down by the river. So, this is a proven corporate training expert that's got a long list of references. We called them. She's exciting. She gets people motivated. She talks right to their life experiences and how to get along in the workplace, how to get along with our customers, how to get along with our coworkers, how to better have productivity in your life both at work and at home. And it resonated with something that would be very helpful to our whole employee base.
Is it mandatory that employees attend?
It isn't. It isn't. We're making it mandatory. At this much money, we decided to make it mandatory.
Enough said.
Yeah, we just made actually that decision, I think it was this morning.
So it'll be in this room.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Probably.
Probably,
I
yeah.
mean,
Probably.
Yeah.
Place again.
Can you hold that many people in here? Yes.
Gonna find out.
And Supervisor, you mentioned dealing with customers. You forget that I worked for the Kroger Company for 30 years and never had one customer complaint.
I still hear people that talk about when you worked at Kroger. So, yes.
Does she give handouts and things or leave us information or?
I don't
things
know.
like that
I
for
really
this
don't know. I have yeah.
We must have signed a contract.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure she does have all of that, but,
Well,
yeah.
if we signed a contract, it should stipulate,
I don't know the,
she's
I don't know
gonna
the
give us
specifics.
follow-up or
No.
something. Because for an hour and a half, I'm just talking about for the
Mhm.
schools, because the schools always get motivational speakers also at the beginning of the school year for the
Mhm.
teachers and for everybody. And, you know, $3,000 is a on the higher end.
I think it is too, but it was,
we
yeah.
don't have- But in this case, it would be in the higher end, but, you know, it might cover the transportation meter or the putting them up in a room. Or
Actually,
whatever.
I believe-
Because she'd probably just be coming from her home right here is what I would think.
I believe that, you know, I actually believe that we actually spent more than that with our two people, Bender? Remember Lou Bender? He was more than that, he was more than that. And the other one, Mike Cole, I think was the same, 3,000. So yeah, that's pretty much the going rate.
That was an all-day session.
That was an all-day.
Yeah.
And we had
The- You know,
lunch.
yeah,
But
that's
what
true.
I guess Frazier's point is, where's the material to justify this? And I'm glad that you're
Oh,
making
you're
sure
right.
that we have staff here, and I'm sure the board will show up, but we didn't hear about it. We just got the flyer, so we need to ensure, what are we paying for? We don't know who arranged it, but
Who sent out an email?
I didn't get an email.
Nicole sent an email out. I
When
got it.
all employees, and you guys get all
No,
employee
I
stuff.
got the flyer.
No, they sent out an email. I saw it today.
I didn't see it.
They sent an email. Check your township email.
Okay, but I would suggest in the future, if we're gonna do things that cost, you know, that there might be questions on, that we as board members be informed ahead of time. You know, if you would have told us, well, we're thinking about getting.
I do it every year.
Paula Tuckman, you
Yeah.
know, and she's gonna be costly, and this is what we're gonna get for our money. That would have been helpful as board members. Because I agree that just on the surface, if somebody looks at it, for an hour and a half, I mean, she's making hundreds of dollars an hour just to come to Van Buren Township, which is centrally located. I don't know where she lives, but if she lives in Detroit, it's not that far. She's not coming that far.
Okay.
So-
40-hour week would be $80,000.
Well, I'm just saying.
It would
to
be.
be informed. The board members should be informed ahead of
A
time.
40-hour week at $2,000
If
an
we're
hour
gonna
would
bring
be
something.
$40,000.
You know,
Okay.
I
I mean,
just got
$80,000.
the flyer in my mailbox also.
All right. And like I said, I do it every year. So. Okay, so,
Work 2 weeks a year.
are there any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, unanimous. We're moving on then. We're on to public comments for non-agenda items. Is there anybody from the public with a non-agenda item? No? Board comments for non-agenda items. Anybody from the board with a non-agenda item? Hearing none? Oh, sorry.
You know, it sort of disturbs me a little bit that we didn't have a work study yesterday. And I understand that we've just come off the holiday weekend and, you know, it wasn't probably necessary. But I think there are things that as a board we could have discussed. I think the plan for the community center came back is what.
Actually, they came in this morning. Now, we had the raw data 2 days ago, but the narrative came in this morning, but that's not what we're actually waiting for. We're actually waiting for the complete report, okay, which we won't have probably until January. All right.
But even the raw data know, I know that the 3 full-time people are always up on things, but I feel that I'm kinda out here and I don't know exactly all the things, issues that the township's dealing with all the time.
Okay.
I would like to see,
I
and
would
I'd
give it-
like to
I have it for you.
suggest a supervisor synopsis for the week on what, or the
Not
month,
gonna do
or
it.
whatever.
Not gonna do it.
I mean, what are the issues? You have that board in your office that
I
says-
do so much, I could never write it down. I mean, and literally in the last 2 days, if I wrote that stuff down, I would
I'm not saying
have
everything, I'm
legal
saying
pads
the
full of
big
stuff.
things.
Yes. So, but I will get you the raw data on the community center.
I'd just like to remind the supervisor
Yes.
that we're the board and we're in control of the finances for the
You,
district.
and I don't have a problem with that. My problem is, I do so much stuff that, in one day that I couldn't list it.
Well, then why do we need the board? You know, I'm not.
Because it's
informed on
always
all
gotta
the
come back to
issues.
you. You always have to make the
Yeah,
final
it
decision.
comes back to us
Oh.
after the decision has been made. That's what my concern is. Oftentimes, we get the information at the table, at the board table, and we weren't informed on what was going on along the way, and it just comes at us and, we're
I'm
gonna do this.
trying not to let that happen, but if it happens, I'm
Okay.
sorry, yeah.
It does
Yeah,
happen.
okay. And me giving you a day-to-day running synopsis of what I do, I still miss things.
I didn't ask for a day-to-day. I asked for the big item that the township is facing on a bi-weekly
Big items?
thing.
Share the member's microphone. I got emails saying the people at home can't hear anything.
Okay, well,
We don't have a mic.
we don't have a mic,
But
so.
we're loud.
I thought we're
But,
not
you
even
know,
streaming live, are we?
This is another thing.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't have a mic at this end of the table. We spent thousands of dollars on technology, getting the boardroom technologically, we're spending $1 million in the township to get everything, up on, in par, and we don't have 3 microphones in this place? Shame on us. That's what I got to say.
Okay. All right.
So the men have microphones, but we don't.
Yeah, the women.
You're welcome to have mine.
We'll be
They
loud.
don't care.
Take it.
They
We
don't
can
care.
be loud. Well, it's towards the end
They
of the
don't
meeting.
care what we have to say. Did you get that?
I don't need it. Okay, does anybody else have anything else?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Support.